I'm Andrew Poncho Glover, and my daughter.
1, 2, 3, I know beats like ABC. I come up, they hate to see. I may believe till they believe. I came up to major leagues. Say you blind, but wait and see. This so easy. 1, 2, 3, ABC from A to Z. Back to raps, I won't miss. Heard the beat and I kissed. Sing a lot, but I switched. Yeah, bet you rappers so pissed. Now I'm high up with the stars. Yeah, I'm on the path up to Mars. Yeah, told me I wouldn't get far. Yeah, how you like all these bars? Yeah, how this kid fit so authentic? Why did I live that I said it? Yeah, flow is so sick, need a medic. Lies so corny, let's dead it. Yeah, I just prove what I do. Yeah, name is Tom, but no cruise. Yeah, beat is on and I cruise. Yeah, vibe is lit in my cruise. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, I know beats like ABC. I come up, they hate to see. I may believe till they believe. I came up to major leagues. Say you blind, but wait and see. This so easy. 1, 2, 3, ABC from A to Z.
But we do have a very special guest in the studio with us here today. My G-Man buddy, my fellow NFL veteran lineman out of the Grambling State University, and the commissioner of the G-Men Nation. Welcome to the show. To our viewers, both listening and watching, Herman Arvie. Right on. I think for our listeners as well as our viewers, and you were at Grambling when I was at Grambling, and they know me as the man for all seasons: football, basketball, track and field. Won a championship in all three in 1989, and I was later drafted by the Los Angeles Raiders in 91. You were very inspirational in coming to a lot of those basketball games, and me seeing the football team sit behind the opposite bench and humiliate the other guys that were in town to play us. And I took a great deal of pride knowing that I was on the football team and on football scholarship, but I was starting on the basketball team, and it did my heart good when I was in the gymnasium and in the layup line to see the football team, standing behind the other players' bench, agitating them, acting out, and I felt like I was representing the football team on the basketball court. For those out there who don't know about me, most of them know about me playing football, but tell them a little bit about what you remember about those days in that small, packed gym, sweated out, windows pushed out, band loud, out of control atmosphere that we were in, trying to go out and compete and be somebody and to do something special. What is one of your fond memories of that time when you saw me on the basketball court?
Hey man, it was some moments. It was some moments in that gym, man. And that was really a gymnasium, like really, no coliseum, a gymnasium, hot. But it was some moments, man. And I remember, I believe it was Southern. My memory ain't the greatest, but I do believe it was Southern, man. And didn't y'all win the conference '89?
Yeah, yes, we did. Yeah, we won the championship in '89. Yeah.
Man, you had a slam. Well, you had several slams, but man, you represented, bro. You represented. We came out for you, man, and you always showed out. And you always represented, man.
I think that was some of my most funnest time in college and playing sports. But I could vividly remember seeing you, particularly behind the visiting team's bench whenever I was in warm up. And after the couple of football players had came in after they're drinking some hot sauce, and you were the main guy that was pointing out where everybody was supposed to be sitting. He was like the commissioner back then. He's like, you supposed to be sitting here, you sitting here, I'm sitting here, and everybody's sitting here, and we're gonna annihilate these people that's sitting on this bench, and we're gonna drive them nuts. Because that's our boy show right there, and we're gonna show y'all today what it is to be a GSU. I thought you knew. You gonna learn today. So that was out of control, man, and that was so much fun. I think that's one of the things that I miss the most about my college days is the camaraderie around the guys, the dormitory, the smell of the dormitory, the atmosphere, the change of the season, the fall, the spring, the summer. It was just an outstanding experience at the Grambling State University. I'm forever indebted to the teachers, the cafeteria workers, the maintenance people, everybody that made my experience a great experience at that university. If I had to do it over all again, I would do it. What about you?
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. All over again. Hey, let's go back now. Let's do it.
One more time. Well, you want to make the round. So
run it back.
You want to run it back. Moving on to when you got to the NFL, I have a question in reference to going to Grambling and everything. It's not like we had all the best facilities, all the best uniforms, all the best this or that, and we got to the next level. And when you got drafted to the Cleveland Browns, what is the first thing you bought with that hot check, that new hot check that them people broke you off with? What is the first thing that you spent money on? We need to know that.
Honestly, I was spending money before I got money.
Oh, no, he's spending money you have yet.
I owed money back.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. You start borrowing ahead of time, huh?
I was borrowing ahead of time, bro.
Wow.
Listen, man. But my first possession was I got a Nissan Pathfinder.
Nissan Pathfinder.
Yes, sir. Fresh off the lot, bro.
Rolling with Rush. New tires, new everything.
Everything brand new. Interior smelling brand new. So when I got to Cleveland, guess what? It wasn't no turning back, baby. I was going to make that ball team.
Yeah. You had them notes.
I had that note, baby.
You had that note coming. Hey, you had that note coming. Hey, how did it feel when you first drove it back to the OP? For y'all don't know, the OP is the Opelousas, Louisiana. How did it feel when you strolled through the OP for the first time in that new Pathfinder?
Man, I bought it in Opelousas. Now that I think about it, I bought it here.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I forget it was a Nissan dealership here in Opelousas. That's where I got it from.
I'm surprised you pushed off. You didn't stay in Opelousas with the Nissan. It originated in Opelousas. It may have never made it to Cleveland, just round and round in circles through the neighborhood. I don't know.
You purchased with your check, baby.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't purchase nothing. I wouldn't buy nothing for a long time. I stayed in an apartment with no furniture for about the first 2 years, and I had a little table I used to eat on side of the bed, and so my wife Mary, the first purchase that she made, I don't think I made the first purchase. I think she made the first purchase and went out and got a couch that I really needed to put in the house. That was the first purchase we may have made together. But for me, my mother wanted a trailer. She didn't want a house. She had her mind set on a mobile home. And so whenever I made the team and I was in the clear for that first year, I went back home and I told her that I took her to the mobile home place and I told her, pick the one you want. Whichever one you want, pick that one and I'm going to make it happen. And so it was a proud day for me. It was a proud day for her because she had never had that happen to her where, somebody just took her somewhere and said, whichever one of these you want, you pick it out. And she had the opportunity to do that. But I was thankful for all the things that she had done for me and how she had raised me as a kid. And I was just showing a little bit of my generosity. And I was thankful to God that I was in a position to be able to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So one part of our show is we have a little quirky question where the answer is never right. It's always the wrong answer, but we need to find out where you stand on it. And Alex, my daughter and I have played this on the podcast. So the question that we have for you tonight is, would you rather your team lose on the very final play of the Super Bowl because of an interception in the end zone or a missed field goal? Would you rather your team lose on the very final play of the Super Bowl because of an interception in the end zone or a missed field goal?
So a field goal, not an extra point, right?
Right.
Field goal. I would rather rather the team an interception in the end zone.
Yeah, going for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because being an offensive player, if we're leaving it up to the field goal kicker, then that means the offense, we didn't do our job.
Right.
Now, if it's an interception in the end zone, then that means, we were trying to do our job, at least.
Yeah, yeah.
We still didn't get our job.
Yeah. But I think one other thing for my listeners to know about Herman, Big V, RV, he goes by a couple of different aliases outside in the real world. The Ebony Hugh Health, I mean, you can't put a finger on this guy. The commissioner, the commish, he's got like 7 different aliases. So we're trying to pin him down on one particular one. But that's what you got to be, baby. You got to have that versatility and that flexibility to coexist in this real world out here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh man, this has been absolutely great. So, your Cleveland Browns have been in the news a lot lately. A lot of tumultuous stuff going on in around the organization. The trading of Baker Mayfield, your new quarterback that you have there, and I think the defensive end got in an automobile accident a couple of weeks ago. He's been in and out of the lineup.
Well, Joe Burrow hasn't beaten the Browns yet, so I'm looking for a good game. I am definitely pulling for the Browns. Not to mention, my real reason for pulling against Joe Burrow and the Bengals is he's the quarterback that's on the fantasy team that I'm playing against. He's the quarterback, and he's the only player the guy has left. So I need for Joe to have a bad night.
Wow. You're asking a lot. Yeah. They have been very good in the previous game, and they have been known to put up some points. So Cleveland is going to have to put up some points in order to win that game. So how do you feel about your controversial quarterback, Deshaun Watson, for Cleveland? What do you think the outlook? He's been through a lot. He was here in the Houston Texans. It was well documented, the problems that he's ran into. And so now with that behind him now, how do you feel the outlook is going to be for the Cleveland Browns going forward? Because I think he's back practicing, and, he will be making his debut real soon now.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, another person stepped out last week, if I'm not mistaken. Man, that's an interesting situation, because the Browns are on the hook. Like, that money's guaranteed. It's not like they signed him fully guaranteed contract. So I think that if the allegations continues, he's going to have to fight it in court. That's just my take on it. I think he's going to have to do that. I believe he's set to play whenever they play Houston. The Texans in Houston is when he's slated to be active. So I guess we're going to have to see how this thing all plays out. I really haven't paid real close attention to it other than what I hear through the media. And it's just an unfortunate situation. All I will say, and I've said this before, Pancho, I believe you and I have spoken. Like, when I played, I had maybe 1 or 2 masseuses. Any young player out there, please do not have 20, 30 semi-different masseuses. It's not good. It's not going to end well for you. Let's just put it that way. It's not going to end well for you. And
1, 2, 3, I know beats like ABC. Might come up, they hate to see. I may believe till they believe. I came up to major leagues. Say you blind, but wait and see. This so easy. 1, 2, 3, or ABC from A to Z. Back to raps, I won't miss. Heard the beat and I kissed. Sing a lot, but I switched. Yeah, bet you rappers so pissed. Now I'm high up with the stars. Yeah, I'm on the path up to Mars. Yeah, told me I wouldn't get far. Yeah, how you look at these bars? Yeah, how this kid fit so authentic? Why did I live that I said it? Yeah, flow is so sick, need a medic. Lies so corny, let's dead it. Yeah, I just prove what I do. Yeah, name was Tom, but no cruise. Yeah, beat is on and I cruise. Yeah, vibe is lit in my cruise. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, I know beats like ABC. Might come up, they hate to see. I may believe till they believe. I came up to major leagues. Say you blind, but wait and see. This so easy. 1, 2, 3, or ABC from A to Z.